Hi and welcome to an all-new Riders Lounge podcast. I'm your host for the series, Steve Sommerfeld, and this is another Throwback Thursday. Actually, it's not Thursday anymore. It's well into Friday morning, 1:30 in the morning. I've just wrapped this one up with Clint Esposito on the Two Wheels to Freedom channel. And this time, we watched the 2006 X Games Freestyle Moto. And this was a crazy competition. Only 5 riders made it, well, at least to the final of this competition, with Travis Pastrana, Mike Mason, Adam Jones, Jim McNeil, and there was one more rider. Who the hell did I forget? Anyway, you'll figure it out. It's all in this episode. It's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm tired. Now, actually, I think the main part about this, this is the end discussion. So basically, if you want to watch the full episode that we just did, tune into the Two Wheels to Freedom YouTube channel where you actually get to see the footage. This is not the footage. This is just Clint and I at the end of that episode, wrapping up what we saw, what went down, what surprised us. We're looking back at a competition that happened 18 years ago, and we're trying to remember, what was the freestyle motocross world like back then? Because you have to think about, what was a new trick? Travis Pastrana just did a lazy boy backflip. Well, that's absolutely relatively normal these days. This was one of the first times we ever saw it. Maybe the first time. There was seat grab indie flips. There was like a KOD 90 degrees to the bike Superman flip. And half of it was like, wait, when was ruler flips? Okay, what is the timeline here? Why is this run scored higher than that run? It's actually a lot harder than you think. And I make this sound difficult. It's not that difficult. We're just sitting here watching freestyle videos and trying to tell ourselves that it's work. But it is interesting to look back at this period of time with the knowledge that we have 18 years later. It was a really cool competition. I hope you guys enjoy this discussion. Actually, we kind of veered off track a lot in this one. So if you just want to hang around, listen to two clowns just talking about freestyle moto, best you just sit here and enjoy. If you actually want to watch it, like I said, check out YouTube. If you really want to watch the competition without us talking about it, you'll find the video. I'm going to pop this up right now. It is on the Freestyle Moto Psycho channel on YouTube. And I want to say a huge thanks to whoever's running that channel for putting this competition up. It's awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Grab yourself a Rothaus 10 and Sapphire, alcohol free, and enjoy this Throwback Thursday. Oh, and that double flip.
Look at that. This is the last clip of this whole thing. Oh, maybe not. There's a little bit
Man.
more. No, that's it.
I'm getting goosebumps again. It feels like I'm in 2006 watching this. Hey, is it just me or is there Angels and Airwaves playing right now?
Yeah.
There is?
Sounds like it.
I'm like, is that coming through just my earphones?
No, that's on the broadcast.
Was Angels and Airwaves 06?
Apparently. I wouldn't have guessed who that was, but...
That doesn't seem right. I would have thought 06 was still Blink-182 full gas.
Oh, maybe. 06? I don't know.
Angels and Airwaves. 05. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was Angels and Airwaves that was just playing. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was.
John says they were going back out for the special Motocross Madness pay-per-view special that they were doing after the comps. How the hell does he remember this stuff? I don't remember this even being a thing at all. Basically, everyone that wasn't hurt went out and did trains through the course and stuff.
Well, they had to because Travis didn't do his final run, and there was going to be a riot if
They didn't get
if
to
there was
see
no
some
more
more
action.
jumps.
They'd be like, "We paid for Travis.
Yeah,
We want more moto, and you only gave us 5 riders."
that's true too. But they were doing a pay-per-view.
That's cool though. So, what was a pay-per-view for Motocross Mad? Well, as in the video game Motocross Madness. Is that
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm waiting for him to comment.
John? John, was that the video game? Is that what you were talking about? Oh man, it's so good to have John on here in the background. Do I have to sign up to Rumble just to see what he's saying, or maybe you can just text in the what's in our group? That'd be
Yeah,
even easier.
sign up for Rumble so that I'm gonna send you a
So
referral
you get
code.
more money if I sign up to Rumble.
No, only if you generate money, then I'll get a rip. But then oh no, just watch the
10
commercials
cents.
for me.
10
Watch
cents.
the
I'm going to do all that for
commercials.
10 cents.
If you watch all the commercials for me.
And only 5 riders.
And only 5 guys. This is why they eventually went to like quarter pipe instead of best trick, like regular best trick.
Want to wipe the field out.
Yeah, exactly. That is why they started doing quarter pipe best trick. Because they were like, less people get hurt doing this than they do going 75. And like landing on their faces.
Yeah. True.
Which they still, I guess, Travis is the only one that does best trick, right?
Yeah. Didn't Jacko Strong go and double flip out of the quarter pipe, destroy himself?
Yeah. Well, that was the...
Or did he land that one? Either way, all I remember is he went to hospital and got flown back in the helicopter.
I was there.
Were you?
I was there at that one. Yeah, it was an open flip. Isn't that what they were calling it? It was a double open flip, loop or something. And
egg roll.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He landed
double egg roll.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You're not supposed to double flip those. I think that's the problem. I think that's what happened. No. He went like seriously, the thing's vertical. And he went so friggin' high. And then blasted his throat off of the handlebars. They took him to the hospital, and then when they checked him out, and they're like, "Okay, your throat's not like blown apart. You're okay." The helicopter was still there, so he ran out to the helicopter people and was like, "Yo, fly me back. Will you fly me back?" And they were like, "Yeah." So then he gets in the helicopter, he's flying back, and he calls Deegan and those guys, and he's like, "Get my bike ready. Like, I'm on my way back." And they're like, "What?"
God.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm in the helicopter on my way back. Fix my bars or whatever."
Imagine if he got back and his bike was destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, you just used a hell of a piece of health infrastructure to get back to an event you can't even ride.
No, he rode.
I
don't
remember.
remember.
Well for Jacko.
Yeah, for sure. But I was like around some of those guys at that event because I was there. That one was in Austin, and I had a bunch of friends there, so they knew, all the places to go and all that shit. So I was, like around those guys a bunch. So they were telling me that story. He's like, "Dude, the helicopter guys were still there. I just asked them to fly me back."
Oh, that was just perfect. Oh man, no, but it's funny because if this was 06 freestyle, we watched 07 best trick last week, wasn't it?
I want to say.
So then was it 07 freestyle then when Travis did the double in the run, or was that 08?
No, I think that was the Navy.
Yeah, I think it was that.
Big Air Bash or something, whatever the hell it was called.
Because remember, he did it in a run, I think.
Yeah. No, that you are correct. And Scott Murray was there. Yeah, it was the Navy Moto X.
Okay.
Something
because
or other.
That's kind of what I was half thinking this event was. Like I merged
Oh, he said it
the
was 2010 X Games.
10. Oh, far out. Man, I've really I gave myself like a couple of bonus points before because I remembered like the
One thing, and now
rally.
you're all cocky.
Yeah, I got cocky, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, Colin McRae and Travis in the rally cars, and he got gold. Yeah, I got cocky. Yeah, well, there you go. But yeah, so for '06 though, for only five riders, everybody else either wiped out. Well, I guess they just all wiped out. Kenny Bartram there with two busted arms. That was pretty nuts. It was a good competition though. Like they were
Yeah,
all solid runs.
I agree. And you know, it's just our gauge is hard because, and especially we're
Yeah,
jumping around a bit with years. So it's really hard to remember exactly what was brand new at the time.
yeah. And X Games is all about what's brand new as well.
Yeah, well, that's why when we were talking about McNeil, I was like,
Yeah,
obviously the tricks he's doing, there's only a handful of people doing like seat grab flips and stuff at that time. And I do
yeah.
remember McNeil being one of the first to get on the seat grab flip train. I remember being like, oh damn.
Isn't this weird to think that a seat grab indie flip was done before a ruler flip? If '07, if that's what John
I
was saying,
think
'07 was when the ruler
the
flips happened.
I think
Oh,
the flip lever thing opened that door.
yeah, true. But I just think like seat grab flips it is a technical trick.
Think about it, in
Like it's a
Europe, they can't even do no-footed knacks without flip levers.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either. I
Oh, you
learned them
mean
like three
upright? You
times.
mean upright, not without a
Yeah,
backflip?
exactly. Just
Oh,
regular
yeah,
no-footed
okay.
knacks.
I was like, yeah, man, I can't do it without the flip levers on a flip. But yeah,
No,
no,
just regular upright no-footed
yeah,
knacks.
no, then yeah, you're right. But if no, I'm not going to say anything. I've got a lot of friends
Yeah,
over here. There's going to be a lot
I
less
take
couches for me to sleep on if I
I
say anymore.
I like to take chances and have people mad
Yeah,
at me when they run into
I
me.
don't. I need couches to sleep on, man. Most of the people that you've just upset is where I'm going for
I'm just
holiday.
listen. I never even did regular no knacks. I learned them to both sides and
Yeah.
knocked myself out two or three times doing them, and I was like,
Oh,
eh, I'm good
not
on
worth
that
it.
one. I don't think I'm gonna do no necks. I'm not
Not
meant
not
to do
worth.
no necks. I don't think.
Not worth it. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
But yeah, the crazy thing is though, those five riders did five freaking good runs. Trav obviously took the win. That was easy. But yeah, like that was wild. There was not a shit run. There was even with the mistakes. Okay, mate, Adam
I
jumped
was
over.
just gonna say I would say that would be
Apart from
the
Adam.
the worst run, and only because after he flubbed that jump up, then he just kind of
And
rode
just threw
around.
in the towel. I
Yeah.
was like, nah, screw it. And
Um.
even then he only did like he flobbed the next one and then maybe
Yeah.
caught
Well,
overtaking
that's
a
what
little
it
bit, made
is. He
way for the
tried to
crowd.
get himself back on track and then messed that one up and was like, "It's over."
Yeah, it's done. Angry Adam's back. I've had enough of this. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Um. John said that your no-footed knack indies were awesome.
Oh, thank you very much.
Way back when you used to do them.
That's a long time ago.
I saw something. I think it was actually Red Bull Rampage. Like my YouTube just like scrolled to another video and somebody was doing like Superman indies. And I
Yeah.
did those for like, that was like one of my go-to tricks early on in my career after watching Matt Byton in whatever the hell it was, that first movie that they were in, On the Pipe or something. And he
Yeah.
was doing these big Superman indies. And I don't even do regular Supermans. I like never did, but I could do super indies for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I just never did them again.
You mean as in like so your body's just
Over the,
like straight above the bike like that and just indie.
yeah.
I don't even think I could do that.
I did them big for like 2 or 3 years right in the beginning of my career.
Mm.
And then I hung my foot up on my fender. And then that was it. I never did them again.
It's not supposed to kick down there.
I know, believe me. There's a bunch of
Well,
things. No, super cans. Got hung up coming back from one once and was like, yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
you just got to have some spatial awareness of where that twisting leg goes. That's the
Well, this
problem.
is late information, Steve. So this
Sorry.
would have been good to know. Long no,
Sorry about that.
I mean I get
No,
it, but I didn't
yeah.
want to have to be like, make sure your leg is up, make sure your leg is up.
I just always try to just keep every just try and keep my feet as high as I could possibly get them,
Yeah,
out of pure fear of watching videos, probably of you. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not. I keep my feet up. Keep my feet up.
yeah.
Like that was number one. Um, but actually, John, that double knack indie that you were talking about, the reason I did them was because I was watching basically Travis do them. Like that was my one of my favorite tricks, and Trav did it on that clip there. I was like, if I can do a double knack indie or whatever you call it, I call it double knack
Yeah.
indie. I can do it that big. I'm happy. That's my number one go to. That
Um,
was basically it. And rulers actually, rulers like Trav.
yeah.
No,
John said that you had a combo with a knack in a box to no-footed knack indie that he loved. Do you
like
feel
I
creep? Do you feel creeped out right now?
a little bit because not many people saw that. I see. This is half of my problem is I don't actually have much footage of when I rode, and that was a fun trick that I used to do. It was tough though. It was hard to get twisted from one direction because you're knacking in the box towards the bike and then twisting back the other way to
But you
get
would
the
like
indie.
kick off of the bike with that foot and then knack
Yeah,
and then
and
indie.
yeah, and it hurt my back so much every time I did it, that I didn't actually do it that often. Like I'd probably do maybe two a day.
Knack in the
But
box, I love that trick. The only person I don't remember who originally, Leba.
Ryan Labor,
Dude,
yeah,
he made so many good, like so many cool little tricks. Leba did.
yeah. Well, he
Um,
did, yeah, shoebox, knack in the box.
exactly. So the only other person I've ever seen do that is Javier.
Oh yeah,
He would always do knack in the boxes and shoe boxes. And I was always like, dude, I love that you do that.
man, Javier, yeah, because Javier is so small, he can do a shoebox and stand up nearly straight, and
And
his
he's the
hands are like
same
right
height.
next to the handlebars anyway. Like
You
there
gotta
was
lean
no
yourself
risk.
forward.
There was no risk. There's actually there's a guy who rides with Squibby, Pash,
Yeah, I know
and
Pash. He came over and stayed at my house.
really
Yeah.
get the hell out. There you
Yep.
go. That's
Pash
cool.
and Joe Stevens came and stayed at my house for like. So I talked to. They're both obviously from Australia, or is Pash
England.
from? Well, so oh yeah, you're right. Joe Stevens
Yeah.
moved to Australia now.
Yeah.
That's why I got confused. They wrote me on MySpace.
Woo.
Joe did, and was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over." And I was like, at the time, I had the course and stuff, and there was just people in the house all the time, and my roommate didn't care, the guy that owned the house, and they're just, hey, this is gonna be crazy, but I want to come over and ride the IFMAs and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. Or no, he wasn't even
Huh.
gonna ride those. He just wanted to come over and ride. So why he picked Georgia? You got me. I have no idea. I think because somebody had said maybe Pash was over the year. I thought they came together. I don't know how he found out who I was, but anyway, maybe Freestyle MTX. I have no idea. So he
It would
just starts
have to be.
writing me, and then
Mm.
like a month later, I just pick him up from the airport, him and Pash, and they just come
Hmm.
and stay at the house for like months.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool. I had no idea.
Yep.
Far out. Oh, Pash. Well, all I was gonna say was Pash is another dude who I probably one of the biggest shoeboxes I've ever seen.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Damn.
he'll do them like in 40-mile-an-hour winds and rain just like stinging your face or whatever. Like he'll just shoebox the shit out of anything,
Awesome.
and they're massive.
I
I was
love that
like,
trick. Now that you say that,
yeah,
I feel like I might have seen some pictures and
yeah,
been like, that's awesome, but it's been a while, obviously.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean that there's probably not much more to really say about '06 FMX because
I would say there
five
wasn't that
five
many
riders
guys.
rode. Travis won again.
We may have to watch Step Up.
But whoa, hang on. Was it '04 that he'd already been beaten? '04 X
3 or something,
Games.
or 4, he said. Oh, 3, I thought he said. I feel like that's early. I'm going to
I
doubt you, John, if you said oh 03. I'm
I
going
think
back to look.
'04 X Games FMX Nate Adams. I'm pretty sure he won.
Oh 03 Gravity. Remember?
Yeah, '03 Gravity.
Uh,
But when did Nate beat Travis in a freestyle run?
well, here, he said this was the rest of the story. Oh 03 Gravity was the last all dirt course they had. Pastrana knocked himself out trying a Superman seat grab flip, and Nate ended up taking the win. So that's why they were like still undefeated.
Yeah. You're in the competition. Like just because you got knocked out doesn't mean
Nope, didn't count. He didn't finish a
didn't count.
run.
Doesn't count. I would have went along with that too in the old
You
days.
were a
I was
Travis
on
guy, huh?
team 199, man.
Got it.
I would have went along with that.
All right. You
All right.
shill for the 199.
So that was I was.
It didn't even get you on Nitro Circus.
No.
You just
Didn't even get a gig there.
pledging allegiance there.
Pledge
No, Travis was the man. I mean, who was betting against him other than people that wore all black Metal Militia stuff in the 2000s?
That's it. And that was like when we went riding, there was the Metal Militia guys
Yeah.
who had their bikes cut up with the shortest fenders you'll ever see.
Probably to a point. So it's more dangerous.
Definitely. Or even like try and make little flame shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was like
there you go.
Like
Technically, Travis knocked himself out in prelims in 04 doing a 360, but he still rode the finals. Oh, no 360s in the finals, though, which is why. See, he said 04 was Travis's first X Games loss.
So that was when.
So I want to say 03 then, X Games is the year that we want to watch, where we're like pretty sure Nate should have won. We need to watch that one, and we need to watch, and we've talked about this before, the X Fighters where Levi wins with solely style because he got out tricked.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't flipping yet, right? I think that's when he.
No, he. I think he was.
Was he flipping?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. But I can't remember for what reason why he didn't flip.
Oh, he just didn't happen to in that contest or something?
He just didn't bother for whatever reason.
Yeah, so John even says 03 Nate should have won. So we need to find that one. We need to see if that's up somewhere. And we need to watch that one because I would be interested. I just always remember being like, Travis should have gotten beaten the year before at X. Than what he did. And we need to also find that X Fighters where I don't remember what year that was, but
against Ago Sato.
Yeah, where you're like, he won solely because his style is so good.
Yeah. So at least we know that. So if Red Bull X, I think they've taken that website down now finally. Red Bull X Fighters website, because they had like pretty much every matchup was on their site. It was really good. Nah, it looks like they've taken it down. God damn it. No, well, now we definitely have a lot of work on our hands to try and figure out which year.
No, we're putting the bat call out right now between Braden.
Between John and Brett.
Yeah. Well, and Braden Hollick and and Psycho X, whoever we watched. I'll link you guys to the um, actual video that we watched here, so that way if you guys want to watch it with, Cameron Steele announcing it instead of us. Moto X Psycho. But I will put the link in the description, so that way you guys can, like I said, watch it with other professional announcers. I'm not going to throw us under the bus like that, Steve. We're professional too.
We're semi. I just subscribed to Moto X Psycho.
Oh, but you didn't subscribe to my Rumble page.
This is on YouTube, and I'm already paying for YouTube just so
you don't need to pay for Rumble.
Ads. Yeah, I know, but I'm doing this so we've got no ads.
All right, John, he's not going to chat with you in the chat, so that's it. I'm just going to have to convey everything that you say to him.
Yeah, thank you.
He already said it earlier. He's like, "You got to get Steve on here." I'm like, "I'll make him get on."
If you bully me enough, I'll get on there one
All right,
day.
John, what Red Bull X Fighters is it? I wonder if he feels the same way. He might not even know what we're talking about. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, because we probably made the whole thing up.
No, there's for sure. I remember watching it and being like, "How the hell did he just win that?"
No, we probably merged 3 stories into one, and then we've both told each other the same story for the last year, that we've now created our own memory. But I think it is real.
It's real. We need to watch it so that way we can verify.
That's it. Hey, but this is crazy. That quarter-over flip from Adam Jones. I was just thinking about this. This is 06. We're now 2024. That's 18 years, and he still does it that big. I think we said that on the last one, because he was in 07 best trick, and everything looks as big as it was then.
The fact that
only
that's
because I'm looking
ago?
at the thing right now, X Games 06, and I'm like, fuck me, that's nearly 20 years. Who's still riding? Adam Jones is killing it.
Yeah. Yeah, he, out of that group, he's the only one that still... I mean, Travis, I guess, rides
occasionally,
sporadically. But yeah, nobody else.
But when Travis comes out to ride occasionally, he does a backflip onto a front flip off of a scissor lift.
I've always believed his brain processes stuff much faster than the rest of us.
I've always thought that he's not human.
I think he just...
I was thinking he's another species.
I think his brain interprets stuff so fast that, like, there's more time in the air for him to, like, do things, because...
He sees it, he feels it, I don't know. He's got the force. I don't know what's going on there. God damn it.
But so I was there when he learned that seat solid to one-hand Indy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jason Rowe. That's a East Coast trick. That's a East Coast freestyle trick. Like, there was back in the day, I want to say Scott Hanlon invented it. And he used to do let go tricks like as big as anybody, as far as like rock solids, holy mans, holy grabs, any of that stuff. So he started doing them, and then a bunch of people started doing them. Connors, Jason Rowe, a bunch of dudes. And then we had gone to Travis's house, and Jason was doing them. We were riding his course, and it was awesome because all of a sudden Travis shows up. No, so one time I was there, he didn't come and ride. We were riding, and all of a sudden he comes from out of the woods. This is a true story. Like from like 100 yards, not 100 yards, 50 yards away from the ramp, out of the woods. We're just riding around. I guess he waited for an opening, and also when he turned around, he's on a DR. Blasts the ramp, does a huge knack. Turns around and stops and just watches us ride. And I'm just like, I don't want to even ride anymore. Like, that guy just did a knack bigger than anything I've ever hoped to do on a DR. And
probably in sneakers or something.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say it was a shorter ramp. I don't think it was 75. I want to say it was like 60 or something. But still not that small for a DR.
Man. Oh,
So then another time I was there, we were riding, and Jason was doing those whatever rock solids to one hand indies, and then Travis was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," and then he just started doing them right behind him, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah.
okay."
I dig it. Well, only because that was the version that I did. I hated doing holy mans. I hated doing holy grabs. I hated doing rock solids, but I would do a bar solid until the cows came home. Like I just felt way more comfortable just going back seat grab first, then let go. So I was all about Travis on that one. That was good.
Yeah,
I
Travis
don't
is
know.
the man.
I felt like when I did rock solids, like I was just squashed. Like I couldn't, like
Get
my whole
opened
body and
up.
everything was too squashed, and I couldn't throw it, and I just nothing felt right. But if I did a seat grab, it was like your whole body's like stretched out more. And Travis is a big dude, so he probably also, I don't know, maybe he preferred that as well.
Yeah, I had better luck with seat grab rock solids
Yeah.
versus getting back to rock solids, because again, my brain wasn't fast enough, so it was like,
just
so I
you're
cut a
just
whole other hand
scrapping.
out. So I only had to move one hand.
You're just scrapping to get anything like plastics.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a tire, whatever. I don't care. Muffler.
So one time in a contest, one of those ramp to ramp IFMAs, I came around and I went to do one of those seat grab rock solids, and I let go and then just threw the other hand. So I basically did a holy
Ah,
grab, but
yeah,
in the air, like I didn't extend it because I was like, something's not right. And then I
yeah,
grabbed back on, I got back on, I was like, oh shit, I just did a holy grab. So then I went home and I'm like, I'm totally holy grabbing. And I tried for a
yeah.
whole day and could not get myself to get my legs up and then let go. I was like, what is going on? I did it by accident one day.
I did the exact same thing. I exactly the same, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna holy grab this. I got it. Nope,
No.
never. I guess I probably did. If I was lucky, I did 50 holy grabs ever, and they were all shite. Like
I
that
did one by accident and didn't even know what I did till I landed, and I was like,
until you got home.
I'd never touched my seat. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oh man, if I did 50, I would have been lucky. I definitely worked on it, but I couldn't get them. I just and like yeah, you'd watch Mason, and you just like I do not understand. I don't know how you
I
do it.
think they have superior pop. It's the same thing with like Brody.
Yeah,
Like they're just very good at popping off of the ramp and getting themselves to float. That was the whole thing with Scott Hanlon as well.
yeah.
His pop was so good. He could just like tap his bike wherever he wanted to and just hover above it. Like I'm like,
Oh,
how the
right.
hell do you jump off of it that good? Like I was always like
Yeah,
fighting off of the pegs, like raw in the air, and then my bike
yeah.
goes
Same. That yeah,
sideways, and
exactly. That was how I did it. It was very aggressive
yeah.
and not very fun.
And then
Uh,
I look kind of like Mike Jones, just like shoving my bike around.
I I I put something up actually. There was a picture or a video that Bilko put up. Oh, he did something like his super route that he does, and then he
Yeah,
does the cliffhanger where he's doing the
hump.
cliffhanger hump
Yeah,
and all that crap. And I shared it on mine on the Writers Lounge, and I just said like Bilko doing his best Mad Mike Jones impersonation. He's like,
yeah.
don't put me in the same sentence as Mike Jones. I'm like, oh come on.
The shaka. That's what he would do, the seat grabs and then wiggle.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
yeah, they were awesome. Yeah, I dug them.
John says Drake had some good pop too. I would agree. I mean, he's
Yeah,
style master. So of course, any of those
absolutely.
guys, that's now that we're thinking about it, that really equates to a real smooth style, good pop. Think about the people
Yeah.
with good pop: Levi, Brody,
Yep.
Adam
Yeah.
Jones, Mike Mason.
Yeah.
Like if Brody Wilson. I might have already said that. But if you can like be just very smooth and pop off the ramp correctly, then you don't have to, like kick off once you're in the air. And I would always like
Yeah,
stutter step kick. I'd be like boom boom. It just that's how it happened. And then my
yeah,
bike would go sideways and stuff. So it was like, yeah, I think that's the key. If I was going to coach anyone to do freestyle,
yeah,
which I have been around people that were new, and I'm just like, just pop off your bike for an entire afternoon. Learn
yeah.
how to use the compression of the ramp and your suspension and crouch in and feel it and pop yourself off. Because if you could
Mm.
figure that out, then it's all gravy after that. Because that's most
Yeah,
people's issue trying to learn seat grabs, right? Is they don't get like pop.
exactly. It's just water and brown, man. It's all gravy. But it's true though. Like, actually, I was just thinking before because there's probably one rider because you're absolutely right. It comes with like those guys that have really good style, and one dude who's like got super aggressive, not a, well, I don't know if I'd say super aggressive style, but very strong dude is Ryan Brown from Australia. And he has huge ruler flips, huge switchblade flips, but he does, and he fucking throws it like
Uh huh.
it's all muscle, but then he's got massive holy grabs. And same kind of thing. It's like that almost doesn't make sense. Like you kind of want those guys who have got a bit of finesse
Yeah.
and just like let it
Float.
go.
Yeah.
But he's like this massive dude, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm floating anyway. I don't give a fuck. And I don't know how he does it. It's so good.
Does I was thinking of another big guy. Does Ackerman do
No.
holy grabs?
Andre Villa does holy grabs.
But he's also a style guy.
Yeah.
I would
But
say
he's
he
also he's
was.
also a Viking, so
Yeah,
he's
he's
pretty damn
huge,
big.
but he's like he is tall, but he's not like Jo Archer.
No.
Different
No.
build. He's Jo is like
Nobody's
square.
Jo. I think
Andre's long.
yeah, that's it. I think there's only one other dude that would become close to JO, and that'd be probably Luke Ackerman. Like
Yeah,
those two, they're just two fridges.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say though Villa had a very good same thing, floaty style. Was
Yeah.
very smooth. Um, yeah, and
Yeah.
I just came to this conclusion that is all pop makes the
Yeah.
person's style. Whether you're gonna have
Mm.
to jump off your pegs and then grab your bike and be like heart
And
attack, or,
muscle it,
or just be
or
like wing and fling yourself up upside down.
that's it. Just let the bike do its work. And the funny thing is, out of all of that we're talking about, all the style and everything, and Travis still kicked everyone's ass,
He
coming
didn't
up
need
short and going long. And
because that was his style. His style was
yeah,
excitement.
exactly. So
Because I
you can be as perfect
yeah,
and
that's true.
everything is possible. And it's
Well, how about
excitement wins.
Jones? Right? Like how good is Jones, but how not exciting it Clifford out of
Yeah,
Tante. Too
yeah,
smooth. I firmly
yeah,
believe Clifford was docked or just not rewarded because he never
yeah.
looked out of control and
No,
he
he was,
didn't race around the course. And I think that like he basically didn't get judged as well
yeah,
because of that, which is a crazy scenario. Like I would say Levi has the perfect style, right? Because he's
yeah,
smooth, but it's still he's contorting himself and it's
yeah,
just violent enough where like you're like he looks like when he goes to it his pop is perfect, but then when he goes to extend, he's like
yeah,
ah, so it has
exactly.
both the smoothness of a good pop and then the extension like snap at the end.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually very true. I still put Levi probably as my number one for
Style wise,
style, and
dude,
yeah,
he's pretty
I think he's
difficult.
still number one. Okay, if this is the chat that we're gonna have, I'm gonna then throw out the name of Tom Pages. There's a dude who won a lot of competitions. Okay, he did have very technical tricks, but he basically created his own.
Yeah.
He created his own
Genre.
competition that nobody else was going to beat him at anyway. But he was exciting enough that you didn't know if he was going to land
Yeah.
everything, but he did. Like I always remember, like when I watched him coming into the ramp, I'm like, oh, I didn't that coming into the ramp.
It wasn't
That
perfect.
part of his it that didn't look stylish to me.
Well, there you go. That's a little bit of the Travis running the
Exactly.
corners and kind of looking like, he's rushing
Out of
around
control.
and it's exciting.
Exactly. Yeah, he looked out of control. And then he does everything perfect in the air. And
Okay.
then you're like, fuck, is he going to land it? And then, swapping
Yeah.
around and holding on to it. And then he won everything for like 5, 7, 8 years.
But that is the Travis Kenny Bartram style, right? On the ground, on the gas, rush to the
Yeah,
ramp, look exciting.
that's it. That's it. That's what it's all about.
It
And
is.
we
So,
know
like,
it.
this whole thing of everybody being like, you got to go slow into ramp so that way you can get a good pop,
Yeah.
screwed me my whole career. I should have just been like, ah.
Yeah. Same. Why was I trying to learn shit that what I thought was the right way? I know why, because I wasn't good enough to ride at a ramp that fast and then do anything. I needed to go slow and let
Yeah.
my brain
Because
catch
I
up.
was scared to just charge into a ramp like that is the problem. That's the, again, though, it's like, that's the whole thing. Those guys are more confident and they're riding with that confidence, which is why they are where they are.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I would say, like when I did go into comps though, I definitely didn't do it to even 10% of Travis's level, but I always rode 3 times faster than I'd ever ride.
Really? See,
And
I
yeah, yeah.
I was
When I
like,
rode comps, I was like, I don't even actually think I took a breath. Like, generally, I'd finish and I'd near on pass out because I didn't breathe.
yeah,
I was
for
like,
90 seconds.
and then and finish him. Oh, fuck me, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm out. Um, but yeah, it wasn't that exciting. That was the
You should
problem.
have crashed.
That was the
That would
problem.
have helped.
What's that?
You should have crashed. That would have helped with the excitement.
Oh, I did that enough.
We're on here almost 2 hours.
God damn. All right, let's wrap this one. What again? We're back at 1 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
and I even got
Ah,
home on time. We got going on time. Still 1 o'clock.
oh, thank you very much for getting home on time. I just finished my last night of German tonight for that semester,
Sprechen die
and we did
Deutsch?
we did nothing again. What a surprise! We got in there and it was this me and the other Indian dude, and she's like, "Well, it's the last lesson. There's no point teaching you anything new.
You should
I'll see
become a
you next
German
month."
teacher.
I probably did well. I don't know if I do a better job than her, but I may actually look like I'm trying to teach somebody. So
There you
yeah.
go.
Anyway, so I finished that up, got home, and here we go again. But
There you go.
no, that was cool. It was cool to go back and see it all, and to know that Travis won over Colin McRae, and I called it.
There you go. You're just gonna
My
brag
my
about
my,
that
my
for the
brain
next.
muscles starting to work a little bit. I'm starting to get little
You're gonna brag
pieces.
about remembering one thing from 2006 for the next 10 years.
I get little pieces of my memory maybe are starting to come back.
I know, that's how I feel too. I remember stuff
Uh,
all the time and I'm like, wait, whoa, need more brain
was that a
vitamins.
memory or did I make it up?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's the problem. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone on Rumble. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't because I don't have Rumble yet. Um,
They
I will
enjoyed
jump
it.
on. I'll jump on.
John enjoyed it. He's the only one that
Good.
comments in there. Everybody else is just creeping.
Everyone's
Um,
creeping.
Everybody go
Awesome.
to twowheelstofreedom.com and check out, I'm going to be putting, I keep saying this, I'm going to be putting the schedule for the Two Wheels to Freedom Fest, April 19th and 20th up there, schedule of events. And yeah, I'm gonna get the. I've been doing some interviews with some, which actually you guys saw it was on the channel already. I did an interview with Javier. It's not up on John. Steve didn't see it because he does not have Rumble. But I did it live on here. I haven't put it anyplace else yet. I'm gonna put it up on the other ones. But yeah, a lot more moto stuff, and then also I have a podcast with one of my comedian friends coming up too. So that'll be the Clint Esposito show, and then all the dirt bike stuff on here. So thank you guys for coming in and checking it out. Thank you, John, for the. He says, "Consider me a bra, fellas. I'm here for support." Ah, I got it. I was like, what? Why would I do that? Thank you for the information, John. If I ever make money on this, I will pay you for information.
Ditto. I mean, it costs me more to send these free beers over to you, but when the money starts rolling in, mate, you're on the payroll.
Give him a coupon so he can just go to his local liquor store and get it, and then you don't have to do anything.
I need to get coupons. I've already run out. Like, this was my last beer.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
go find more.
Your month's supply
I need
is gone?
coupons.
Your month supply is out?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, shit.
On dry January.
Till next month. All right, everybody. We're out. Thank you, guys.
See ya.